Welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be auditing my budget from May 30th to June 30th. So I have restarted my budget for about a month now, and I just wanted to see exactly where I was. If you guys just see one hand, I'm actually holding my daughter who just woke up from a nap. Key areas that I'm actually looking at right now is my variable expenses, and so I did bring down some of my bills significantly, and I think that's from more of a subscriptions aspect. So what I wanted to do was basically share with you guys what my budget is going to be looking like moving forward. I know I just did the budgeting video for July. So after I did that video, I was like, maybe I should really take a look at what my budget is looking like, as opposed to when it comes to like do a quick little audit. And this is not going to be a very long video. I've already written down everything. I'm just going to do a quick audit of what my variable expenses are looking like. And for those of you wondering, for when it comes to, like, I'm on a debt journey right now where I'm trying to get rid of at least half of my debt to move out. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually living with family right now. So once I also don't want to move out with a bunch of debt and stuff like that. So we're gonna do a quick little audit of what my budget is looking like currently, and how I did so far when it came to my spending from the period of May 29th, I think it's May 29th to June 30th. That's what it says on my bank statement. I'm obviously not gonna show my bank statement, but that's the time that we're looking at. Okay, so on groceries, based on my bank statements, and I have the numbers right beside me, I've already calculated. I spent $866.59 for the month from this time period. For takeout, I spent $216.14. Miscellaneous, I spent $299.45. And for subscriptions, I spent $246.22. And so the grand total for this number is 866.59 plus 216.14 plus 299.45 plus 246.22. Okay, so the total amount is $1,628, and that is what I'm looking at right now currently. I should have done this first. Anywho, so I'm looking at $1,628.40. And so what I want to do is for the month of July, so July challenge, self-challenge. So for July challenge, so I want to challenge myself for July currently right now before I get paid. I want to do my grocery amount. So for groceries, I'm gonna challenge myself to keep it at $500. Okay, and one of the reasons why I want to keep it at $500 is because, like I said, I do live with family. So for me to spend even $500, I think, is a little excessive, but because I'm home, I should probably not overspend when it comes to groceries. And I know sometimes we all get lost. I personally get lost in just buying things, whatever my kids want. And because I'm at home, sometimes I'm like, oh, there's a bit of a leeway, but I have to really push myself to really save, because I don't want to stay here that long. I want to have my own space. So yeah, so takeout, I'm aiming to do about $100 a month for the month of July, and I don't want to overdo takeout. Realistically, the reason why my groceries are even this high is because I do Uber Eats, and I think that's kind of what's hindering me. So moving forward, I have to actually go to the grocery store from now on and go purchase food. And so yeah, so that way I'm able to do things like price matching. I'll put a little box in the side to show you guys what I mean. There's an app in Canada, it's called Flip, where you can pretty much just price match your items. And yeah. So, and then miscellaneous, since this was unforeseeable stuff. And I think maybe I'm just gonna do, I have an envelope that says Apple Care. I should do that for just when any expenses come up. So miscellaneous was $2.99. So for miscellaneous, I'm gonna keep it 100 as well, hopefully, because now that I have the children's binders going, I shouldn't really expect to have too much of a miscellaneous what do you call it, miscellaneous purchases. So yeah. And then subscriptions, I've already told you guys I brought this down, and I do consider subscriptions as variable rather than fixed, because you can pick and choose what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. So my subscriptions actually went down to 115 currently. That's where we're standing. And so my new total is, hopefully, not hopefully, this is my July challenge of what I'm doing. And what I also want to do is I want to increase more no spend days, and kind of not spend if I feel like I need to spend. You know, sometimes I have moments where I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat this, you know, I kind of want to order. No. So we're gonna try to do, so my new challenge also is, I'm gonna put down right here for July, is I want to have at least 10 no spend days, and then I'll reward myself with something, maybe like an iced coffee or something, or maybe get myself download music. Since I got rid of Apple Music, you guys, okay, so I had Apple Music and I got rid of it, and I realized I bought so many albums previous to streaming that's already in my account, so I've been listening to those. So yes, I have purchases in my actual Apple account, which I was so shocked to even see. So yeah, so 10 no spend. So maybe if I do 10 no spend days, and I'll reconvene with you guys next month, and we'll see where I stand with everything. So everything adds up to, so 500 plus 100 plus 100 plus 105, so $815 is what I'm looking at. So 1628 point. So my new number, this is how much I cut off. So I cut down $813, and that's gonna be back in my, that's gonna be part of my, that's gonna be money that I can actually put towards savings and stuff like that. Okay, so we are almost, like right now we're currently on July 13th. That's the day that I'm recording this, and I'm gonna go back and see if I spent any money, how much I spent so far on groceries, and see if this is a realistic number, which I kind of think it is. And I don't think I spent that much money on groceries, to be honest, since the month started. So yeah, so 10 no spend days, and I think I have a few days that I have not spent money in there already. So this is my goal. Like, I really want to get myself out of debt so badly. So I really do want to stick to this challenge right now. And it was really nice to just kind of go see what my money was looking like in the month of, from the end of May to June 3rd, the end of June. So for a month cycle as to the beginning of my budgeting journey, because when I did start previous to that, this number used to be about $1,400. So I am okay with this number, but at the same time I also have to realize that I am home with family, so I have to not overspend in a category such as groceries. You know, if it was by myself and I had my own space with my kids, definitely makes sense, and all this would be like, okay, it's doable, right? But because I'm here, there's really, I should do a little bit better and be a little bit more aware of where my money is going. Takeout $216 is definitely high for me. Like I said, I really want to make more food, and I know how to make a lot of food. There are days I'm tired, so I'm not getting rid of takeout, but I do want to bring this number in half. So $100 for the month should be something that I'm able to do. And as far as miscellaneous, I did give myself 100 because of the Apple Care products that came out of nowhere that needed to be fixed or replaced. So $100 for miscellaneous. I think, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a note here, make an Apple Care envelope. Yeah, so for these products. So that way I'm already prepared, and I can just start putting money away. Okay, so I put this down right there. So yeah, so right now I really don't I'm glad that I'm able to cut everything in half, close to half. Yeah, it's pretty much half. I was able to cut down to $815. So I pretty much I got rid of $813. That's why I have $815. Moving on, my budget's gonna be a little bit more what is it, bare bone type sort of. And as far as my subscriptions, what I did was I got rid of a lot of subscriptions, like my iCloud storage, my music, also Google storage. I don't know why I needed that. CapCut, because I have Final Cut Pro. I paid for Final Cut Pro, okay? A very, very long time ago, in the beginning of my journey of YouTube, I paid for Final Cut Pro. So that's something that I don't do subscriptions for. That's something that I actually own. So, and it was a pretty penny. So with that being said, I don't need CapCut. I know it's cute and has all these fun little features, but realistically I just need to edit from point A to point B so I can just get the videos out and not get you know, I'm not doing cinematic or, you know, crazy videos. So with that said, I have Final Cut Pro. I've already paid for it, and I need to get my money's worth out of that. As far as things as far as increasing my income, so one way that I want to increase my income, so another thing I'm going to do to increase my income is I do have an Etsy store, is through Etsy. So I'm gonna my Etsy shop is one way that I want to increase my income channel. So work on my YouTube channel on my YouTube growth. So I know YouTube is gonna take a while, but it's something that I wanna get better at. So Etsy shop, I wanna start. I wanna bring more income. So even if I'm to bring, I'm not gonna say any numbers right now because my shop, I just need to get fix it up a little bit. And so yeah, so I'm gonna also so with the shop, I'm gonna use my socials. So use social to boost for now. To boost visibility. I don't think, yeah, visibility. I hope I spelled that right. Visibility. Ugh. I don't know. Let's imagine that says visibility. And then work on my YouTube growth. So these are basically what my goals are for July. So as far as my budget, I think I did pretty okay. The budget you guys saw, it's pretty much close to this. It's almost the same. So yeah, so this is basically what I'm looking at right now. This is my July challenge to myself to make more money, but mostly just be more aware. It's not so much about increasing my income as it is being more aware of my spending when it comes to these categories, and also going for no spend days because I don't want to spend any money. Okay, and I think that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this is a very short video. This is just basically where I wanted to share with you guys where I'm standing since my budgeting started and how I'm trying to, you know, save as much pennies as I can, or dollars, because, you know, the economy isn't giving like it's supposed to be giving right now. So, and we just can't play around, especially if, you know, if we're trying to get our lives back together. If I'm trying to get my life together, I can't play around. So, and if anybody's in the same type of boat where they find that they are spending a little bit more than they need to be spending in certain areas, then yeah, definitely I hope you got something out of this. Yeah, and if you do like this video, do like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Let me know if 500 is a little bit excessive for someone who's staying at home with their family. If it is, you know, I personally kind of think it's a lot, but we're trying to leave room for error as well. So yeah. All right, so I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.